Om Sahana Vavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Namaskar. Welcome to Hinduism in Focus. Sukha means happiness. Kama means desire. In this discussion, we shall seek to go a little in depth into the origin of desires, where they lead to, the types of desires, the need to develop good desires, the reason to have a ceiling on our desires, a limitation, the best desire for everyone to cultivate, and finally, to reach a stage of desirelessness. Before proceeding further, let us see what the scriptures say on desire. Firstly, the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Kama rupena dush purinana lena cha. Bhagavan Krishna says, desire is insatiable like fire. And the Manusmriti, Najatu kama kamanam upabhogena shamyati. Desire is never extinguished by the enjoyment of desired object. It only grows stronger, like when a fire is fed with ghee. It is said that desire is like salt water. The more you drink, the more thirsty you become. Saints and sages and spiritual aspirants have chosen forest dwellings for penance, meditation, and other such spiritual exercises. Their performance has always been spending in isolation and solitude, spending their lives far away from the maddening crowd of towns and cities, what we call modern civilization. The reason for this can best be explained by an illustration. When we go to a market or an exhibition, a number of beautiful and attractive things are on display for sale. On seeing them, we will feel like buying them according to the taste and choice. On the other hand, to a person who does not visit the market or exhibition, attraction and purchase are out of the question. In like manner, we are attracted to many things around us through the senses, since we are living in a society full of luxuries, pomp, show, vanity, exhibitionism, a false dignity, prestige, class, and status consciousness. It is clear, therefore, that the main center of all our desires is the senses that interact with the objective world. One fundamental truth is that desires will never be satisfied. They do not come to an end at any stage of our life, irrespective of scholarship and age, the sky being the limit, with the result that we are caught in what I call a tangled web of life. We are burdened and loaded and start feeling the heaviness of a later stage. Further mountain worry, anxiety, and tension spoil our health in the process, so much so that by the time we are anywhere near the target, what happens? We are more likely to be denied the fruits of our efforts in earlier years, because one, we are too old to enjoy what we have accumulated, or two, we are laid up in bed owing to hypertension, cardiac heart problems, and sugar problems, diabetes. In other words, we have spent much time and life in acquiring and hoarding. These are not meant to be too harsh or undue criticism, but upon some thought, we will realize that they reflect reality. This is the case, this is a fact. A person who cannot use his wealth either for his own self or for others, but goes on earning and earning, is as good or bad a person without any wealth. The rich is never satisfied with what he has, while the poor is also not satisfied with what he does not have. Neither the rich nor the poor is totally happy. We often feel that we will be better off and life will be trouble-free and absolutely comfortable with lots of wealth. But in reality, this is not the case. This is not true. You may be rich to buy the most expensive bed and have the most biggest of bedroom, but you cannot buy sleep. You cannot purchase sleep. You can afford to go to a 5-star restaurant for lunch or dinner, where many delicious and costly food items are served, but you cannot buy appetite. When all is said and done, desire generally makes life miserable. There is a difference between desire and need. Desire is an unsatisfied longing or craving for something. A need, on the other hand, refers to something that is necessary or essential. That is why Bhagavan Krishna says that he will satisfy the needs of the devotee and not his desires. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasati tesham nitya bhayuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. The devotee who loves no one else and worship me, to those ever united in thought with me, I bring full security and personally attend to their needs. God himself does not have enough hands to satisfy all our desires. Let me tell a story little. There was a poor man who saw the blessings of a sadhu, so that he would become rich and satisfy all his desires. The sadhu told him that he would secure the service of a genie who would give him all that he asked for, on one condition, that he should demand continuously. Should he stop demanding, the genie would kill him. The man thought that it was no big deal for him to ask for boons and then get them granted by the genie, since he had endless desires. The genie started to grant his desires as soon as he asked, one by one after the other. There came a time when the man's list of desires was exhausted. He got all that he wanted, that a man could visualize at the time. He could not think of anything else. The genie was about to kill him as per the condition laid down. So, being in panic, the man started to run, looking frantically for the sadhu. He luckily met him and fell at his feet and begged him to provide a solution to his serious problem. The sadhu was moved by compassion. And you know what he told the man? He told him, look, erect a long post on the ground, dig a deep hole, implant that post, and tell the genie, go up and down, climb repeatedly up and down, until further orders. So the genie, what he did, start to go up and down, up and down. The genie himself got so tired that he ran away and was never seen again. So the man was saved from death. Desires was a cause of his impending death. So coming back to the illustration of the items of that marketplace, especially when items are advertised as being on sale. Every day you have sales somewhere. How many of us purchase items for which we have no immediate use and which we would have done without? We can very well do without them, putting strain on our pocket. How many of us purchase unnecessary and expensive household items during the holiday seasons on hire purchase agreement, only to be saddled with monthly repayment problems and woes? There is every need to put a ceiling on our desires. There is a saying in this regard: less luggage, more comfort, make traveling a pleasure. In this long journey of life, we shall be comfortable and happy with less luggage or desires. Ultimately, what will happen is, if we do not put a check on desires, we will lose the very purpose of life and the very aim of desire. That is what we call happiness. Please, therefore, they know what we ask for, and the Lord is there to satisfy our basic needs in life. He knows what we are needful of more than we would like to think what we need. He knows our wants, He knows our needs. Please join us tomorrow for another in this series, Hinduism in Focus. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.